Hello, everyone. We are good. Hello, person watching. How are you doing? Oh, you're done. There you're gone. Yeah. Hey, Rudy. How you doing? How you doing, Rudy? Also, Jockstrap, by the way, it's kind of a weird name, but it's actually one of the members of Black Country New Road, which is maybe my album of the year, answer up there. And it's Georgia, I think is her name. I think she's the female guitarist, I believe. And it's some other guy named Taylor, I think. But the album's really good. Jockstrap. I Love You, Jennifer B is the name of it, by the way. That's good, Rudy. Anything you've been listening to lately? Anything like that, man? Any movies you've seen? Anything like that? Huh? I'm listening to My Chemical Romance, Avenged Sevenfold, Nine Inch Nails, and Deftones. Also, I rewatched Spider-Man 1 and 2. That's cool. The Tobey Maguire, Sam Raimi ones. Oh, so Deftones is really good. My favorite album by them is White Pony, and then probably Koi no Yokin, probably my second favorite. And but White Pony is definitely their best. It's one of the best albums in alt metal. Definitely the best new metal album, if you can really consider it that. Like they kind of abandoned new metal at that point, but there's some new metal stuff in it. And My Chemical Romance is great. I actually been listening to their album Black Parade a lot recently, and Avenged Sevenfold is fine. I like their album The Stage, like I've said, and Nine Inch Nails is one of my favorite bands, as you already know. Mm-hmm. Yeah, White Pony is my second favorite, and Around the Fur is my first favorite. Yeah, Around the Fur is pretty good. That's probably my third favorite, if I had to say, maybe. Diamond Eyes is pretty good too. That's another good album they did. Around the Fur though is definitely that one's definitely new metal. And their album from 2020, Ohms, is also pretty good. I wouldn't say it's as good as like all the other ones I mentioned though, but it's pretty good. Have you ever heard the album Koi no Yokin? Because that one's really good too. That one's my second favorite after White Pony, probably. It's been a long time since I listened to the album Koi no Yokin. I only listened to it once. It's pretty good. What do you think of it? I think it's okay. It's all right. It's not really. It's definitely not a new metal album though. Hello? Hello?
Hi, Brianna. Hi, sweet girl. Hi, there. What are you doing? Hi, here. Okay. Here. Hi. Good girl. Sweet girl. Here.
I'm planning to go and watch Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul. Oh, that's great, man. 'Cause I actually think Better Call Saul is even better than Breaking Bad, but you should definitely do that. You know what's interesting? I actually rewatched Breaking Bad all the way through. Got done watching it all the way through, I think, a couple of days ago with my grandma. And then we finished El Camino. El Camino isn't anywhere near as good as Breaking Bad. A lot of people were disappointed in it. I think it's a fine movie. It's definitely not as good as the show. And I'd say if it's an episode, it'd probably be one of that show's worse. But it's not bad. But it's definitely not perfect. Better Call Saul, I think, is even better than Breaking Bad. The sixth season is amazing. The sixth season, I think, is might be the best season of them all, I think. And Saul Goodman's also my favorite character in both shows. What's your favorite Breaking Bad villain? Probably Gustavo. Probably. I mean, if you were to go for villainous antagonists, probably Gustavo. I'd probably say Gustavo is probably my favorite. I just think Gustavo is a really, really interesting character. Yeah, Gustavo's pretty cool. He's obviously a bad guy though, but the guy Jack Welker though, the last guy is like, he's probably the most evil one. Like I think Jack Welker's I don't think he's one of the more interesting ones, but he's definitely the most evil one. It's Jack Welker, like the final antagonist. And he's also a Nazi, so that's not good. I mean, the actors, and I'm saying the characters. Who's your favorite character in Breaking Bad so far? Have you watched it? Started watching it or anything like that? Or I haven't watched it yet, but I'm going to. A lot of people really like Jesse, like Walter's partner, Jesse. A lot of people. That's a lot of people's favorite character, by the way. I won't say anything then, but yeah. Also, by the way, I think the show is highly influenced by, if I remember, Pulp Fiction. I think is one of its biggest influence, and then probably other Quentin Tarantino movies. But also, it's a really big influence on it is also The Godfather, and I think also movies by Sergio Leone, who's an Italian Western film director. He made The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, Once Upon a Time in the West, and stuff like that. And also Once Upon a Time in America, which isn't Western. It's like a gangster movie, though. But say what else? Other ones. I don't know. That's all I can think of at the moment. But those are some influences on it, though, which is interesting. There are some movies that probably aren't influences on it that do kind of remind me of it, though. So Fight Club kind of reminds me of Breaking Bad, and There Will Be Blood kind of reminds me a bit of Breaking Bad, and No Country for Old Men kind of reminds me of Breaking Bad. But I don't think they're influences, though. They just kind of remind me of it. Maybe Fight Club, just because Fight Club came before it, though. But No Country for Old Men and and There Will Be Blood came out around the same time, so they're definitely not influences. I just think they're kind of similar movies or shows, plot or whatever, you know. And I guess No Country for Old Men is also a neo-western too, so. Which Breaking Bad's kind of like a neo-western in a way. But there's a lot of scenes in Breaking Bad, I think, that are make references to Pulp Fiction or inspired by it, kind of make little. But I don't know. I just saw this one video. I don't know if all of them might have. Some of them might have been cherry picking, but definitely some of them are definitely references to it. Oh. So Gus is your favorite. What do you know him from? Just curious if you haven't seen the show. I saw the memes of Gus. Oh yeah, that makes sense. Have you seen the memes of Mike Ehrmantraut or Saul Goodman? Because they're memed quite a lot as well. Obviously Walter is, I guess, but he's the main character, so that makes sense. But there's a lot of like the kid named Finger thing with Mike, and there's the GIF of Saul Goodman. I see a lot. Saul Goodman's definitely my favorite character, too, by the way. Saul. My second favorite is probably Jesse. I listened to Singles Going Steady by Buzzcocks. What do you think of it? Do you like it? That's my favorite pop punk album, probably. It's good. Yeah, it's pretty good. Did you recognize the one song, Ever Fallen in Love? That song plays in Shrek 2. Have you ever seen that movie? Except it's a cover. That's my favorite song off the album, too. It actually does appear on one of their albums, though, but it's also a single. A lot of the songs some of the songs that are singles appear on albums. That just happens to be one of them, but most of them are just non-album singles. Also, did you listen to the album "Worry" by Jeff Rosenstock? Because that's another really good pop punk album. It's more recent. It came out in 2016, I think. That album is really good. Definitely one of the best pop punk albums I've ever listened to. It's insanely catchy and has all different sorts of styles on it. It's really good. Happy for 2 weeks left of the end so far. The end of September? Or, I don't know. What's the name of the new Slipknot album? Oh yeah, because they're releasing a new album, aren't they? Yeah. I haven't really been too big on the singles though. Yeah, maybe the album will surprise me though. I don't know. I don't think it'll be as good as We Are Not Your Kind. I gotta admit though. My favorite album they did is probably their self-titled one, Slipknot. By the way, my favorite for a long time was Volume 3, the Subliminal Verses, but I think mine's probably self-titled, and probably Iowa, then probably We Are Not Your Kind, and then probably Volume 3. If I had to say. What's your favorite Slipknot album? Oh, I actually saw them live. By the way, I was actually, I think, the first concert I really went to. I think was I saw Slipknot, Korn, and then this one really awful group called King 810. They sucked, but Slipknot and Korn were pretty good. I think one of the members of Korn brought their son on stage or something like that, and he was with them. And also, I recently found out that the vocalist of that group, King 810, that was opening for him, the vocalist of it participated in January 6th attack on the Capitol. I found out, and I was like, huh, that's weird. But he wasn't arrested, though, because he said he didn't participate in the violence or something like that. I don't remember. But I don't want to get political, though. But so he's not a good person. He's also not a good musician, I guess. So, yeah. Also, Slipknot also has an album, like a bootleg album. Not really a bootleg, kind of like they call it a demo called Make, Feed, Kill, Repeat. And it's very, very experimental, and it's very different. It's kind of a lot like Mr. Bungle in a way. But it's actually pretty decent. A lot of people really don't like it, though. But I think it's decent for what it is. It definitely doesn't sound like anything else they did, though. And also, they didn't have a lot of the same members either. I think it was Sean Crahan, the Clown, and then also Joey Jordison and Paul Gray. And both those guys are dead, unfortunately. They passed away, which is upsetting. It's too bad. But okay. But Your third favorite, Volume 3, second favorite, self-titled, and first favorite, Iowa. A lot of people really like Iowa. Yeah, my opinion. That one has a lot of experimental kind of stuff in it too. It has a lot of industrial. It's actually pretty diverse. There's even like a drum and bass song on it too, and there's some death metal stuff, and which I guess Iowa does too. Iowa has some death metal stuff too, I guess, but well, Iowa definitely has more death metal stuff because Iowa's a really heavy album. Hello, other person watching. How are you doing? The band members really have a dark and rough time while making the album. Yeah, I've heard that. I think I heard that Corey Taylor was in in the studio. He got completely naked and he started cutting himself with a broken glass or something like that while they were recording the self-titled song, which a lot of its lyrics take from a song from their demo called "Killers Are Quiet." There's also a lot of songs off their self-titled one that take a lot of lyrics from that. And I think I heard in the intro it was Sid Wilson, their DJ turntablist guy, where that screaming on the intro is Sid Wilson screaming, and he was screaming because he was like his grandmother recently passed away, and he was like really upset, and they like recorded him having a breakdown or something like that, which is kind of messed up though. But that's what I heard the intro was. I think I also heard that for their album Iowa, after sort of self-titled one, they said like their label said they wanted them to go in a bit of a more accessible and more pop influenced direction that was lighter. So they decided to make something that was like the complete opposite. That's why they made Iowa such a heavy album, I think. Also, Iowa, so that's also from the same state I'm from, by the way. Not the same city though, but the same state. I feel like I watched The Boys. I want to watch The Boys. Yeah, The Boys is really good too. Yeah, The Boys is great. And I don't know if a lot of people will see. I mean, I don't really hate a lot of movies in Marvel Cinematic Universe, but I do feel like I don't like the cheesy little jokes they do occasionally. I did think Infinity War was a pretty good movie though, and a lot Spider-Man No Way Home was pretty good. But The Boys, and I don't know if The Boys has a lot of. It's a superhero show, But it's kind of like where the superheroes are bad guys. Like they're heroes to people behind closed doors, but in reality, they're bad guys. Um, and but the show is pretty gory. It has a lot of sexual content. I don't know if that bothers you, but The Boys is really good. Season 1 isn't as good as season 2 and 3. And I remember when it was season 3 was coming out, I was like, I enjoyed the show. I thought it was pretty decent. But I mean, and I was gonna watch season 3, and I was thinking, all right, I'll watch it. I remember liking it. I don't remember how much I liked it, but when I watched season 3, I got excited for every new episode that was coming out. It was amazing. Season 3 was so good. It's definitely the best season so far. Season 3, it's so good. Season 3 of The Boys, it's so good, man. I think The Boys is so much better than that one show, Invincible. Like I watched Invincible, and I really wasn't. I don't know. I couldn't get into it. Yeah, so I don't know. And it's fine if you like that show. There are some episodes I thought were good though, but I just couldn't get into that show, Invincible, personally. That's just me. I don't know. Any albums are similar to Nine Inch Nails? You think? I think you probably already listened to Marilyn Manson. As if Mechanical Animals is a really good album by Marilyn Manson, and so is Antichrist Superstar and Hollywood. I'm sure you already listened to them, and you probably already listened to Rammstein. But their album Mutter is really good. They have another good album called Senswitched. Rise is really good. I think of some other bands. I guess Daughters, You Won't Get What You Want. That album's really good. A really good industrial rock album that's recent, but the vocalist turned out to be kind of an asshole. So, which sucks. But I think some other. You might like the album "Scraping Fetus Off the Wheel." That's kind of the name they went under on this. But the album's called "Nail" by Fetus. They're an Australian. I guess just one guy. Australian musician. It's like an industrial rock, and also has some dark cabaret stuff in it. I like it a lot. I think it's pretty cool. It also has some post-punk stuff. It's not super similar to Nine Inch Nails though, but it's industrial rock. I think of some other albums. Well, also there's an album called well, actually, I think you might have already listened to the Soundtracks for the Revolution by the Shizit, and I remember telling you to listen to that group, Rabbit Junk. That this album is made by one of the members, the guy member in Rabbit Junk. This is a group he was in before he was in Rabbit Junk. Rabbit Junk is like a duo with his wife, I think. Maybe some other groups that are similar to Nine Inch Nails. As Filter as an album, I'm trying to remember the name of the album. They're not really a group I listen to a whole lot though, but they have one album that's pretty good. I'm trying to remember the name of it. Let's see. Title of Record. That's what it's called. And I think that album's pretty good. Their most popular one is the one that came before it, though. And then also, if you want to listen to some of Nine Inch Nails' more electro-industrial stuff, maybe check out Skinny Puppy. They have a really good album called Last Rites, and Two Dark Park's really good, and Vivisect VI is really good. And also, let's check out Ministry, Psalm 69. That album's great. And The Land of Rape and Honey is a big influence on Nine Inch Nails by Ministry. That album's really good. And also, The Mind is a Terrible Thing to Taste by Ministry is really good. And then, see. Street Cleaner by Godflesh isn't super similar, but it's a classic industrial metal album, so definitely check that out. And so is City by Strapping Young Lad. It's also a classic industrial album, but it's not really similar to National, but it's a really good industrial metal album, though. And then Alien by Strapping Young Lad is another good album they did. Another good release by Godflesh is their self-titled EP. And also Devin Townsend has a really good solo album called Ocean Machine Biomech, which Devin Townsend is the vocalist of Strapping Young Lad. He has a really good solo album called Ocean Machine Biomech. He's a pretty good solo artist as well. You heard any of those? Or let me know if you get a chance to listen to those and everything. Man. I already listened to Street Cleaner by Godflesh. It's still very, very good. I think I could listen to Filter and Rabbit Junk, especially when we listen to Rammstein. Yes. Also, listen to the Shizit soundtrack to the Revolution. That album is amazing. That one is actually I prefer that over Rabbit Junk. I prefer that. It's not on streaming though, but I think you could probably find it on YouTube or something. But yeah, the Shizit is a vocalist of Rabbit Junk was in that before he was in Rabbit Junk. And Rabbit Junk is like a duo of his wife. Rabbit Junk's more popular though, but I think the album by Shizit is better than any of the Rabbit Junk's albums though. Sure, I could listen to that. Yeah. Let me know what you think. Can you at least type the name of the album in the chat because I kind of misheard it? Oh, okay. All right. There you go. Yes, I didn't mean to type that, I guess, but you know. Hey, Gabe, how's it going? How you doing, Gabe? Hey, driving home, just saying hello. Oh, that's cool. Have a safe drive home, man. I watched the employee training videos of Los Polos Hermanos, Better Call Saul. Yeah, those are pretty funny. I've seen a couple of those. Yeah, those are interesting. Yeah. Oh, you know, I guess I can't really tell you this because you said you haven't watched the show yet. So I guess when you get done watching it, let me know. When you get to the episode Ozymandias, which is actually my favorite, and it's considered to be the best episode, but it's also my favorite one. It's Ozymandias, which is like the third to last episode. When you get done watching that one, let me know. So I'll tell you something that I think is interesting. I won't say anything about it though because I don't want to spoil anything. I need to get a haircut. I need to get a haircut. Well, I'm gonna see you next stream. See you later, Ty. See you, man. It's good talking to you. It's always good talking to you, Rudy. Have a good night. right, I'm gonna head out, you guys. Bye, guys. Have a good night.